Good morning, everyone, and thanks again for listening to Dark Thoughts of Hope. My name is Teresa. It's been a few days since I read from my book that I published, so I figured I would read another small snippet of it for you guys. I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but I know the general area, so I'll just start from there. Finishing the last of my plate and glass of orange juice, I place both along with my fork in the sink. Realizing I'm going to miss all of them, I give one more round of hugs and kisses before leaving for work. Pausing in the doorway, I stop to take one last long gaze at my mother, father, brother, and sisters. My voice trembles as I recite, "I love you," for the final time. My declaration is met with half-hearted responses all around, alongside an unenthusiastic, "Have a nice day at work, dear." Without another peep, I turn and walk out of the front door. Tears threaten to fall the second I slip into the driver's seat. Not knowing where else to go, I drive aimlessly through town. The people on the street corners are laughing and smiling and carrying on without a care in the world. Sitting at a nearby traffic light, I observe a couple holding hands while crossing the road together. Lately, everyone seems to have discovered joy in some aspect of their lives. There was a time when I often marveled if my turn to find fulfillment would ever arrive. Gradually, I'd resigned myself to the bitter conclusion that I'm simply not meant to experience true bliss. It was then that a bitter resentment began to infiltrate its way into my heart. Why had it become so effortless for those around me to find love and contentment when for me it was a constant hardship? The echoes in the distant corners of my mind that were only once a mere whisper progressively became more intense. How I quickly grew to despise being alone with my inner demons berating me. "Who could ever love you, Josephine?" they would ridicule. "You're never going to find genuine bliss. What makes you worthy enough to?" another would counter in a piercing hiss. "Joshua will never see you the same as you see him. You're not pretty or smart enough. You'll never amount to anything. You've become quite the burden to your family and friends," sneers the ever unyielding reiterations, much to my dissatisfaction. Nothing I do to silence the damned murmur seems to help. I've run out of ways to suppress the destructive and disturbing persuasions. I'm so tired of fighting. What is the use of it? After tonight, my torture and anguish will be over. I've figured out all the minor details. The note I intend to leave for my family and friends to find is lying atop my diary. Both were left in plain sight on my desk. Last week, the gun permit I applied for last month finally came in. 2 days ago, I presented said piece of paper to a local gun shop, insisting I'd been hoping to find the perfect one for hunting. I procured a rifle along with a small case of .30-06 cartridges. The arrangements have been made. There is no turning back. Everything is already in accordance to plan. What would be the point of backing out now? Why would I want to prolong my suffering? Not like my life is going to get any better anytime soon. Am I going to miss my family more than anything in the world? I don't want to hurt them. All I want is for this torment to end. I've lost my will to live. Soon it will all be over and I'll just be a memory. Chapter 2. My last day alive passed so quickly. Did my best to hold back tears. Come tomorrow, this pain will disappear. No one has seen I'm hurting and suffering in vain. Tired of living in misery. Been quietly dying in heartbreak. What's the use of reaching out? Feels as though no one listens even when I shout. All right. So that is the start of chapter 2. I'm going to save another part of chapter 2 for another day because I wanted to talk about how dead on my writing is. I really, 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 really dug deep. And I think I dug so deep that I accidentally lived it while I was in Tennessee after writing it. Because there had come a point where I lost hope. And that is what led to my second mental break. It was kind of like God's way of saying, if you leave, this is what you're leaving. Oh, sorry. I know. I stayed for you. This is my little brat Mila. Alright, I'm going to cry it out, guys. So, God bless.